So as per your survey feedback, I'm giving you lesson blanks. On the Thursday note, you'll see lesson blanks, and then the video will be uploaded to that after I finish the 2 videos today, and then your normal lesson note. So if you find that your writing is a little slow, the lesson blanks are there. That's what I asked you to write, missing the examples, because I want to do the examples live with you. Today I'm teaching compound interest and then the compound interest formula. If you were like your class from last year, this is a repeat, straight year 10. For the guys that I didn't have, I don't know what you did last year. I know there was one year 10 class that was stuck on quadratics, so they didn't get through. So compound interest, how does it work? What I have shown you is the simple interest formula so far. So let's see how simple interest actually works over time. Year 1. So if I had the arrangement, $100 investment at 5% per annum for 3 years simple interest, this is how it works. First year, you find 5%, which is 0.05, times by 100. So in the first year, you're going to earn $5 of interest. But because it's simple interest, that 5 just goes into your pocket. It doesn't add on to anything. So the next year, you'll see it is still 5% of 100. And the third year, it's still 5% of 100. So the maths for simple interest looks like that. So for 3 years, 5% of $100 investment, what's the total of these 3 purple 5s? 15. In simple interest, if I had a $100 investment at 5% per year for 3 years, I'm going to make $5 every year to make $15 in interest overall. Okay? I'll give you some time to get that example down. Hopefully you can see that 5% is calculated from the principal that is unchanging. It doesn't change at all. So the interest paid each time is also unchanged. So I do think I remember explaining to you simple interest is not used much in real life. In real life, when you take out a loan, if you make an investment in the bank. Do you all have savings accounts at the bank? Yeah. I hope you do. There's nothing in yours. What you all should have, if you're working, you should have a transaction account. Transaction account where your pay goes in. And then you should have a savings account that earns interest. The rates are like 4% right now. And every week or so, you put a little bit from the transaction account to the savings account. And don't touch this. And it might not seem like much right now. You might only be earning 30 cents of interest every month or something, but that's better than nothing. Okay? The reason why you do that is because sometimes if you touch the savings account and you withdraw any money from it, you don't get paid interest at all. So what you should do, all your money from work goes in the transaction. You pay for KFC, it goes out, you pay da-da-da, but then you regularly put money from the transaction account to your savings. All right, I've just shown you how simple interest works. Let's talk about compound interest. Compound interest is the most common form of interest dealt with in real life. It's still calculated with a set interest rate, but there's a new aspect to it. There's compounding periods. Interest is calculated each compounding period, and the interest is added to the principal each time. Here, that $5 didn't do anything. It didn't get added on. You can see, this is still 100 each time. With compound interest, the interest each year is added on. Each compounding period is added on. You still use the simple interest formula, but what you'll notice is the principal is constantly growing and the interest is also constantly growing. So let's do this example here. It's still $100. It's still 5% per annum. It's still for 3 years. The only difference is the compounding yearly. That is the only difference to that situation we did at the top. You You've seen this before. Yeah, because I had you last year. 100 times by 0.05 times by 1. It's exactly the same for the first year. Exactly the same. But the difference for compounding interest is that 5 adds on to this. If I started with 100 and that $5 interest added on, what do I have at the start of year 2? Is it still $105? So now it's going to be 105 times by 0.05 times by 1. Is 5% of 105 going to be the same as 5% of 100? It's going to be slightly bigger. 105 times by 0.05. Next year, you're going to earn $5.25. What is the difference between simple and compound interest? That interest is added on to what you had at the end of the last year. So now it's $110.25. I think so. Just let me check. Plus 105. Yeah, $110.25. Work out what 5% of that is. Times by 0.05. So in the last year of this 3-year arrangement, you're going to earn $5.51 to 2 decimal places. So now what's the total interest paid? It's not $15 anymore. It's 5 plus $5.25 plus $5.51. 5 plus 5.25 plus 5.51. $15.76. And so once again, you're going to tell me that's barely anything. It's only 76 cents more. Yeah, okay, because you only put $100 in. But when you're an adult, you might be putting 20 grand in. And so you would rather that extra, because it's going to be significantly more, for literally just having your money in the bank. Okay? So that's a disadvantage. I like telling this story to my students. I did all the advanced maths at high school. I didn't learn about interest until I had to teach this. So literally, I was preparing the lessons and I called the bank. You pay me money for just having money in the bank? Yeah, it's called interest. I'm like, oh, crap. And then just put more money in straight away, okay? So that lesson, what I've shown there, those examples are for you answering 3C.1, question 1 ACE2. I'm going to stop the video there because I want to teach the compound interest formula